Part 9 of when my best friend set me up to be unalived, and I was shot 5 times while 18 weeks pregnant. So a couple days go by, and the police come back and pay me a visit again. They want to talk to me about the unknown number that's on the call log. So they have pretty much established that the unknown number belongs to the big homie. Y'all remember he was sitting in the front seat the day that they put me in the whole seat, and my homeboy was in the car. But when they go and talk to my best friend and the enforcer, neither one of them will tell them that that is who the number belongs to. And when they did the research with the number was nowhere near the trailer at the time of my shooting. So because all of this, they cannot connect him to my shooting and they cannot make an arrest. So he just roaming around free, y'all. So they just want to make me aware that they're doing everything that they can to connect this other person to my shooting. But until they get some more evidence, they won't be able to make an arrest. So after talking with the detectives over the next couple of days, I end up having an ultrasound. And that's when I find out that I'm having a girl. So when one of my homegirls come to see me, I ask her, can I use her phone? So I reach out to my ex because I done told him that this is his baby. So I reach out to him to tell him that I'm having a girl. But we end up getting into a big argument, y'all, about all the things that he had been doing while I was in the hospital. So when my little sister and my parents find out that I done reached out to my ex and we done got into such a big argument, they stop everybody from coming to see me. Because at this point, they don't trust anybody. So the doctors end up coming to me and they're like, hey, we have a new drug that's on the market, gabapentin. And we would like to give you this drug because we feel like it would help you with the paralysis in your legs. So I'm like, hell yeah, give me anything. I don't care what it is. Give me anything as long as I can walk again, y'all. So I start on the medication, and after maybe like a week or so, I start getting the feeling back in my right leg. It don't feel as sleep anymore. But my left leg is still dead, y'all. I can't really feel anything. So around Thanksgiving time, the hospital that I was in originally felt like I was well enough to go home. So I end up going home maybe about 3 days after Thanksgiving. And I wasn't home 24 hours, y'all, before I ended up collapsing and I had to be rushed back. But I end up at Tampa General Hospital in Tampa now. So now I'm back in the hospital. And I ended up being in the hospital for 4 months, from October to February. And while I was in the hospital, because I was on so many different medications, I ended up getting C. diff. And with C. diff, it affects your bowels. You can't really use the bathroom. I felt like I was constipated all the time and I couldn't get nothing out. So one day, they end up giving me a laxative. So a little while after they gave me this laxative, I started getting real bad cramps and pain in my stomach. So I keep calling the nurse, telling the nurse, hey, I think I'm in labor. And she keep telling me, you not in labor. That's just the laxative working. You got a lot of buildup. And when it passed through you, it's going to hurt. So I'm laying there and I'm in pain for hours. Like I'm going through it, y'all. I can't get up out this bed and I'm in so much pain. So later on that night, my sister come to see me. And I'm telling her like, hey, I feel like I'm in labor. I done called the nurse in here 3, 4, 5 times and she not listening to me. And when I told my sister that, y'all, she showed her natural ass. When I tell you she cussed that nurse out so good, baby, she cussed her and called her everything but the child of God. So that made them bring a labor and delivery nurse in and they checked me. And y'all, I had been in labor for hours. I was already dilated. So now they go to panicking. They go to calling labor delivery, getting doctors on the line. Somebody got to come down here and get me and check me because I am about 4 months early from giving birth. And when they get me in the back and they check me, the umbilical cord is wrapped around my daughter's throat and she's not getting any oxygen. So now they have to rush me into emergency surgery. And because I had been cut up and down for my injuries, I could not have a traditional C-section. I had to be cut straight up and down in order for them to get the baby out of me. So they end up doing the surgery and taking my baby out. But when they went in to do the surgery and take her out, they saw that more of my large intestine was damaged. So they had to remove more of my large intestine. I had to have a surgery. So I ended up in recovery after I had my baby, and I could not see her. So it was maybe about a week or so before I got to see my baby. So they put me in the wheelchair and they rolled me down to see her. And when they rolled me in the room, y'all, I'm overcome with so much emotion because my baby was so small, like she could fit in the palm of my hand. So while I'm looking at her, you know, I'm checking her out. I'm like, okay, she got 10 toes. And when I get to her hands, my baby got 12 fingers, y'all. She got an extra digit on each hand. And when I seen the extra digit, y'all, I knew who baby that was, because my son was born with 12 fingers and my baby daddy was born with 12 fingers. So y'all, the baby ended up being my baby daddy's baby. So after I had my baby, they were able to start me on certain medications that I could not take while I was pregnant. And because I was taking these medications, I could not breastfeed my baby. And we are a breastfeeding family. But y'all, my little sister saved the day again. While I was in the hospital and all this was going on, my little sister was pregnant too, y'all. And she had just had her baby. So she started pumping extra milk and she breastfed my baby. So now maybe about 2 weeks go by. My sister, she pumping every day, sending her milk to the hospital. I'm rolling down there every day seeing my baby. My mama and daddy coming to the hospital every day to see me. And on February 17th, y'all, they finally released me from the hospital. So I was in the hospital from October 30th to February 17th. My baby ended up having to stay in the NICU for about 3 months after I had her. So when I first get home, y'all, I'm so happy. Like, things, you know, they finally making a turn for the better. My baby's doing good. I'm doing good. But all that was short-lived, y'all. Maybe a week or so after I get home from the hospital, my family sit me down and they explained to me that while I was in the hospital, my mother has found out that she has cancer. So over the course of the next year, my daughter has been released from the hospital and my mama fighting her cancer. So I'm rehabbing like crazy, y'all. I gotta get out of this chair. So now I'm up and I'm walking and I'm moving around. And my mama, she's so weak and fragile from fighting this cancer that she can't work. So our family business is struggling. So in my mind, the only thing I know to do is get back outside with the movers and the shakers, y'all. Because I got to provide. So I go to one of my homeboys and I let him know, hey, I got to get back on. Tie me up. So he give me what I need and I'm back outside with it, y'all. But word get around that I'm back outside. And if y'all remember, they never made an arrest on Big Homie. So now he outside and I'm outside. So stay tuned for part 10.